Ahoy there, I'm Tiny Pirate and welcome to a bit of a special video because I want to talk about something that I've become fairly obsessed with in the past few days. Some would say totally chronically and utterly obsessed, and that is FPV drone racing, or FPV quadcopters I guess you could say. And the footage you're seeing is actually from a game called LiftOff, which you can get on Steam. It's in early access. It's a quadcopter racing simulator, and you can practice stunts and all that kind of stuff as well. Quite commonly used by quadcopter pilots to, practice. Now, some of you may be thinking, oh, quadcopters, that's like those drones with a camera on it, right? And they drift around the sky, perving on people and taking photos of your mum while she sunbathes, that kind of stuff. Well, that is one thing that quadcopters can do. And the other thing they can do is go 100 kilometers an hour while you wear goggles looking out through a camera mounted on them, and you drive them around like a crazy person. And I'm going to put some footage on the screen right now from one of my favorite YouTube channels, UAV Futures. Stuart over there, he's an Australian chap. He's about the same size channel as me, although I think he's growing a bit quicker. Stuart, he likes to build and fly quadcopters. Has a great channel. I do recommend checking it out. I'll put a link to the video in the description. One should be on the cards somewhere as well in the top right of the screen there. So yeah, go check his stuff out. But he builds and flies quadcopters, and you can see them in the real world. Look how amazing they are. So I got interested in quadcopters after fiddling around with some robotic kit with my son, and then looking for robotic stuff on the internet, and eventually coming across, one way or another, these racing quads. And I've been very obsessed since then, and so what I've decided to do is to learn how to fly them, and maybe eventually I'll be able to treat myself to one as well. To get myself started, I've bought myself a little microquad. And you can see a picture of it now in a little short clip I took at lunchtime today of me flying it around the local park. Now this thing is quite tiny, but it behaves and responds much like any other sort of quad would. And they're really great for getting a bit of practice on, and they're not too expensive if you totally destroy them. This one has already had one LED at the front broken. I haven't bothered to solder in a new one yet. They're quite fixable. And it also looks a bit like a frog, I think. So does my friend Darzia, so I've decided to call this the Froglops. It's a cyclopean frog quadcopter. So this little thing, having a lot of fun with it, and I'm having quite a lot of fun with LiftOff. And I'm getting a lot of practice in, and I hope one day to be able to pick up a drone of my very own and maybe some FPV gear, some of the fancy goggles and all that kind of stuff, and fly one around the neighborhood. Well, maybe a properly appropriate park or something. Anyway, I'm telling you all this because I thought it might be quite fun to show my progress with LiftOff over the course of, I don't know, one video every month or two. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes me to get good. There was one channel I was watching where a guy kind of practiced for 100 hours in this before he picked up his first real quad. And he actually did a great job. He didn't instantly destroy it, which is what I think I would do if I was given a quadcopter at this point in my life. And the other thing to do is to just see how interested you all are in seeing my progress, perhaps seeing some more live footage of me flying stuff around. I've been kind of tempted to set up a second channel, which would just be quadcopter related, but I'll see how I go. And sort of taking the channel from the point of view of a gamer who's getting really interested in the sport, rather than a sort of RC enthusiast who's crossed over into getting into quads. Because a lot of the channels out there are pretty much RC enthusiast type channels, and perhaps they don't spend as much time understanding the gamer who might be interested in this and explaining the basics. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, do let me know. Otherwise, you might see the occasional LiftOff video on the channel with me blabbering about how I'm doing, maybe showing off some footage of me flying my little baby quad. Now that one, by the way, is a Hubsan X4. I've got a link in the description below where you can go and perhaps pick one up yourself if you like. If you get it from Banggood, which is a pretty great little offshore retailer, then I think they throw me like $1, maybe, I don't know. If you do, that'd be great. Otherwise, Amazon and other major retailers do hold these things. If you get one, I really, really highly recommend you pick up some extra batteries because you're going to have a lot of fun. And don't forget a prop guard. Maybe I should do a Hubsan X4 video. Anyway, there are a few out there. You can check them out. A prop guard, extra propellers, very, very helpful. So do consider that if you're interested. They're a lot of fun to fly, and it's really not sated my desire to get into flying more quadcopters. So that's enough from me for now. I thought you all might be interested to hear this little tale. And if you check the description below, you'll find a link to Stuart's channel, UAV Futures, and the video we used. It's a really neat channel. I like his stuff. And if you're interested in seeing more videos or another channel on FPV racing drones and my journey to try and learn about them and get to grips with them and build them, weld them all together, that kind of stuff, do let me know in the comments below as well. I'm seriously considering it. Biggest challenge right now is thinking of a name for a channel to use. Yeah, if you have any good ideas, do let me know. Anyway, until next time, I've been Tiny Pirate with a slight diversion. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Good night.